So really today we are very happy. We have started the meeting in time, and every CSC members and BSNL employees they have reached in our program timely. और खुशी की ये भी बात है कि आज हमारा ये मंच में जैसे कॉमरेड मोनिबोस को फैमिली मेंबर्स तो हम लोग को मिले हैं, और साथ साथ हमारा जो नेता लोग हैं हमारा ट्रेड यूनियन का, CIT का, BSNL का, सब लोग इसमें है। हम ज़्यादा कुछ बात नहीं कहेंगे, ज़्यादा तो हम इन लोग से सुनेंगे। कॉमरेड KP, कॉमरेड PA नंबुद्री, कॉमरेड P अभिमन्यु, जो लोग सबसे ज़्यादा कॉमरेड मोनिबोस के साथ ये काम किए हैं। ये हाउस में भी हम लोग दूसरा नेता लोग बैठे हुए हैं, जो लोग कॉमरेड मोनिबोस से जुड़ा हुआ था और पहले PNT मूवमेंट, बाद में BSNL मूवमेंट में बहुत दिन से काम किए हैं। ऐसे और कुछ नेता लोग यहाँ मंच में है। But as it is a CHK program, so it was our decision to invite some of our important leaders to tell on some subject of the common monibose. और ये का फैसला किया हम लोग कि दिस बर्थ सेंटेनरी हम लोग पूरा देश से मनाएंगे, सब सर्कल भी मनाएंगे। Yesterday our CEC मीटिंग was there, क्योंकि ये जरूरी भी है। कॉमन मोनिबोस बर्थ सेंटेनरी अगर हर जगह में हम इसको ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं, तो ये जरूरी है कि हमारा BSNL एम्प्लॉइज यूनियन के पास, मेंबर्स के पास ये बोलना जरूरी है कि मोनिबोस who had started the struggle at the British time, मतलब जब हमारा देश में ब्रिटिश राज था, that time कॉमरेड मोनिबोस joined in the PNT family. 1946 strike, that time he joined in the strike और removed from the service, और उससे फैसला किया कि जिंदगी भर हम ये PNT वर्कर्स, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट वर्कर्स, उनका हित में, उनका मांग को उठा करके सरकार के खिलाफ हम लड़ेंगे। It was the decision of comrade मोनिबोस after dismissal from the service। और 2010 जब उनका देहांत हुआ, उनका पहले दिन तक कॉमरेड मोनिबोस ये काम बहुत अच्छे ढंग से किए हैं। ये सोवेनियर में हम एक बात लिखे हैं, मोनिबोस कैसे थे हम लिखे थे, वो हमारे फ्रेंड्स था, वो हमारा गाइड था, वो हमारा फिलोसोफर था। ये सच है। बगल में हॉल PNT वर्कर के पास एक स्वीट नेम है, दैट इज मुनिदा, बट AKP is here, VA नंबुद्री is here, P अभिमन्यु is here, संपत राव और AP सर्कल का एक बड़ा नाम है, जिनका साथ ये सब लोग का साथ एक अच्छा एक एक्सपीरियंस है उनका कि मोनिबोस कैसे था। उनका साथ ट्रेड यूनियन मूवमेंट को लीड करने का एक्सपीरियंस क्या था। और ये घर का जो साथी लोग है, उनका डॉक्टर है, उनका सॉन है, बाबूदा जो लोग है, ये लोग भी उनके कॉमरेड थे। इसलिए ये जरूरी है कि मोनिबोस बर्थ सेंटेनरी जब हम मना रहे आज, तो टुडे इज द बर्थडे, टुडे इज द बर्थडे ऑफ कॉमरेड मोनिबोस, and accordingly our CHQ had taken the decision that this time we will observe our Monibose birthday in Calcutta to give a message to all of the country कि जगह जगह में मोनिबोस का बर्थ सेंटेनरी हम लोग ऑब्जर्व करेंगे। उनके एजुकेशन क्या था, उनका लेसन किया था, इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट किया था जिंदगी के। कैसे बीएसएनएल यूनियन, एक दूसरा भी एक एपिसोड है। पहले हम लोग एक साथ में था, एनएपीटी, मतलब ओपी गुप्ता का लीडरशिप था। दैट टाइम ऑल्सो कम मोनिबोस was the main ऑल इंडिया फिगर, जो अच्छे ढंग से, सीरियसली, ऑनेस्टली, सिंसियरली दो काम किया। नंबर वन, यूनिटी अमंग द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। नंबर टू, द स्ट्रगल अगेंस्ट द गवर्नमेंट। और साथ साथ हमारा यूनियन के अंदर में जो नेता लोग एडजस्ट करते थे, कॉम्प्रोमाइज करते थे, उसका खिलाफ भी कॉमरेड मोनिबोस का एक इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ था, टू फाइट अगेंस्ट द गवर्नमेंट, टू फाइट इनसाइड द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर द डेमोक्रेसी। जब बीएसएनएल जन्म हुआ तब हम लोग को एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला टू फॉर्म ए सेपरेट यूनियन। उस टाइम ये नंबूद्री भी थे, कॉमरेड मोनिबोस थे, कॉमरेड अभिमन्यु थे, कॉमरेड संपत राव थे। हम सब लोग मिलकर के फैसला किया कि नहीं, दिस टाइम वी शुड फॉर्म ए सेपरेट यूनियन बेस्ड ऑन आवर इडियोलॉजी, दैट इज इडियोलॉजी ऑफ द वर्किंग क्लास, the ideology of the working class, the politics of the working class. That time we have formed the union of the BSNL union. ये वो मोनिबोस है जो भोपाल कॉन्फ्रेंस में कॉमरेड अभिमन्यु, कॉमरेड नंबूद्री, कॉमरेड मोनिबोस सब लोग मिल करके फाइट किया था और हम लोग का विक्ट्री मिला था उस कॉन्फ्रेंस में, जो द भोपाल कॉन्फ्रेंस। तो ये बात सेंटेनरी का जो प्रोग्राम है, हम ज्यादा कुछ नहीं कहेंगे क्योंकि हमारा तो एक्सपीरियंस कम है। बस मुझे याद है नौकरी मिलने के बाद, दैट टाइम आई वाज इन आसनसोल, उस टाइम हम लीडर भी नहीं थे, एक मामूली हम एक वर्कर था, वर्कर यूनियन ज्वाइन किया था, यूनियन का थोड़ा एक मेंबर था। बट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो मोनिबोस केम इन आसनसोल और पूछा नाम क्या है, क्या करते हो, कैसे काम करते हो, फैमिली में कौन कौन है। उस टाइम एक मैसेज मिला, दिस इज द लीडर। और उसके साथ जो रिश्ता हुआ, वो रिश्ता 2010 तक कंटिन्यू किया था, जब तक वो हमारा साथ में थे। और चला जाने के बाद भी हम लोग याद करते हैं मोनिबोस का लेसन क्या है, उनका शिक्षा क्या है, उसका मैसेज क्या है, हमारे ट्रेड यूनियन मूवमेंट में हम इसको कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं। इसलिए हम आप लोग को ये कहेंगे, सब लोग हैं यहाँ पर, हमसे ज्यादा अच्छे ढंग से बोलने का पावर कैपेसिटी दूसरे नेता लोग के पास है, बट सब लोग को हम बोल नहीं पाएंगे क्योंकि इट्स ओनली 2 hours प्रोग्राम। विदिन 4 or 4:30 वी हैव टू कंक्लूड द मीटिंग। इसलिए जो नेता लोग बैठे हुए हैं, जिनका साथ मोनिबोस का काम करने का एक अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है, वी द CH2 हैव फाइनलाइज्ड द नेम ऑफ द स्पीकर। और हम रिक्वेस्ट भी करेंगे जो स्पीकर लोग हमारा होगा, प्लीज यू टेल विदिन 10 minutes 15 minutes, अगर आप लोग कोऑपरेट करें 10-15 मिनट का ऊपर में अगर आप अपना भाषण देते हैं तो हमारा लिए सुविधा होगा। ये बोल करके कॉमरेड मोनिबोस अमर रहे, कॉमरेड मोनिबोस जिंदाबाद, ये बोल करके हमारा भाषण हम खत्म करते हैं। नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट कॉमरेड AK padmanabhan, और CI2 वाइस प्रेसिडेंट और लीडर, आज का देश का जो माहौल, सिचुएशन, सिनेरियो वो एक्सप्लेन करेंगे और साथ साथ कॉमरेड मोनिबोस का एजुकेशन कैसे हम इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे। आई रिक्वेस्ट कॉमरेड AK padmanabhan।
Respected comrades on the dais, Comrade and Comrade Abhimanyu, and all others on the dais, and especially the son and daughter of Comrade Monibose, whose centenary we are observing today, Dr. Gautam, Dr. Gautam and Comrade Susmita, and Comrade Dipankar, who is the elder son of Comrade K.G. Bose. Comrades, it's a great privilege for me to be here amongst you on this day of great importance, 100th birthday, the beginning of the 101st year of the great life of Comrade Monibose. First of all, I would like to congratulate and thank the BSNL Employees Union for observing this day and organizing this meeting from the CHQ of BSNLU on this very day, 15th May. And I don't want to go into the life story of Comrade Monibose because Comrade VIN is here. As you all know, VIN is not only our leader, he is a biographer and historian who has been continuously and even today continues to write. In the general trade union movement, with special reference to the post and telegraph employees movement, of which all of you know, BSNL Employees Union is an offshoot of that. And very recently, just last month, just not even 1 month ago, the book he had already written in English on the stalwarts of the PNT movement was translated by our comrades in the BSNL and retired comrades, and they had published it. He just gave one copy to Comrade Susmita in Malayalam. So this is a continuous work that Comrade VIN Nambudri has been doing. And when he is here on the dais, and not only he is a biographer, he worked along with Comrade Monibose. Because all these three leaders here sitting have some experience of working with him. 2 others, 3 others are their family members. But I have met him thrice, only thrice, 3 times I have met him. And so my experience is that of all of you who has learned the lesson, tried to learn the lessons that the life of Comrade K.G. Bose and Mani Bose taught us, and all others in that great tradition. What is the tradition of the PNT movement? All of you know that. From the beginning of the 20th century, if you write the history or already written history of the trade union movement in the country, it is the postal employees, the telegraph employees, and then the railway employees who took the lead in organizing themselves under the British rule, the oppressive rule, repressive rule, when we did not have that right to form a union. And on record, what does the trade union history say? The formal trade union in India was formed in 1918 only. And the first central trade union, All India Trade Union Congress, was formed in 1920. The first May Day was observed in 1923. But from 1908 onwards, in the first decade of the 20th century, the trade union movement as a whole, workers have started their movement, though it was not a formal trade union. And from then onwards, the great stalwarts about whom Comrade VIN has written, and every day in our rallies and meetings, postal and telegraph comrades refer to all those great leaders. and Babu Tarabada and all of this, I don't want to go by name. The great speech in 1921, that Lahore speech, which is very famous, and I am sure almost all the leaders of BSNL Employees Union would have read it. In 1921, to say that workers are not beggars and they are the salt of the earth, to declare that and challenge the Britishers at that time in 1921. And that great tradition, I don't want to go into details. With that limited time, I would like to hear all our comrades who want to speak. That great tradition of fighting against the oppressive regime, upholding the banner of class struggle, upholding the banner of class struggle, raising the red banner, Comrade KG Bose, Comrade Moni Bose, and all those comrades who at that time stood in the forefront of the fight, raising anti-imperial slogans. And then after independence, I was just telling Comrade VA, how many years Comrade Moni Bose worked in the so-called PNG department? 1945 to 1949. 1945 to 1949. But he took up the cause of the workers, not only of the Post and Telegraph, or which later on became Telecom. And that history, if we go into the history of Comrade KG Bose and Moni Bose, Comrade Sushmita was telling the word inseparable. Yes, it is inseparable. They are two individuals, but with one spirit. That spirit which was imbibed from those his predecessors, their predecessors, and which we should follow. That spirit which continued. And BNT movement, as you all know, is the epitome of struggles, not only against the government. The leaders who were with us within the movement, when they changed their track, started working with the government. And the history of the trade union movement in PNT till today tells about the bruises, the injuries that has been created by those who were in the movement and who collaborated with the ruling class, and also with the help of the court and administration. At every step, this has happened. And Comrade Moni Bose, and before that KG Bose, Moni Bose, and all the great leaders, they took up this issue. They challenged those who started traveling in a different track. And that is the history of NFPT, NFT, then NFT, and then, as Comrade, our president was telling, we got the opportunity, use the word, we got the opportunity of forming a separate union. Yes, we fought against the corporatization. It is under the leadership of Comrade VA and others. At that time when we started, the Comrade Moni was there to guide us at that time. And that is why when the very first conference, foundation conference of BSNLU, Comrade Moni Bose was elected one of the senior patrons of the organization. And today, 15th May, the whole world is thinking about what is happening in different parts of the world, how the workers are fighting. Today is the day, comrade. In 1948, we are now thinking about Palestine. We are thinking about Cuba. You are trying to collect funds for Cuba. What is that message? It is the message that workers of the world unite. The struggle against imperialism, the struggle for the working class unity all over the world, the proletarian internationalism that KG Bose and Monibose and others upheld. And today, 15th May, is the day the great attack against the Palestinian people started in 1948. They were being moved. I don't want to go into the history. And today at the international level, workers are on the street protesting against the oppression and the exploitation that is happening in different parts of the world, against imperialism, the type of the government that is there in US or in Europe, where the right extreme forces have taken responsibility in various states, various countries, and people are on the move against that. In that situation, unions like BSNL Employees Union or other trade unions who are now working together, within 2 hours, almost 2 hours now, all the central trade unions in the country will be meeting in Delhi at 5 p.m. today. We are already on the path of struggle. We have declared a strike on 20th May against the anti-worker, anti-people policies of the government. Everything what we thought that we have established as our right, the 8 hours work, right to form a trade union, right to conduct collective bargaining, our rights for a minimum wage, the struggle which we started in 1957 when the government agreed for a principles for minimum wages in 1957 in the 15th Indian Labour Conference, of which all of you are familiar. That issue is still in our startup demands. The right to form an organization has been challenged. 1926, the Trade Union Act has come. But to get a registration for a trade union in a multinational company in Tamil Nadu, 37 days of strike by those workers have to be there to get a trade union registered. Which according to all of us is a very simple process after the law is passed. Just 7 workers have to be there to sign, and even now they say 100 workers in total, but 7 have to sign. All of you know that. It's a simple process and the application is submitted. And for that 37 days of strike was to be there for the Labour Department to move and register a trade union in multinational. And one minister said, that company at the international level does not allow trade unions. But we have a constitution, we have a rule. And from that, you think about what is happening today. We are raising the slogan of unity of workers. The unity of the country as a whole, the unity of the people of the country as a whole is under challenge. And every opportunity that is available to the communal ruling classes in the country is being utilized to further divide. All of you know, and I don't want to go into detail. After the terrorist attack, the worst type of attack in Pahalgam, where the tourists who came there have been killed, all of you know that. But what happened after that? Yes, Government of India took the challenge. There was action. There was attack. This side, that side, all that is wrong. But what do we see? There comes a voice from somewhere. The US imperialism which always threatened India. And we are in Bengal. Everyone here will never forget 1971. The liberation of Bangladesh. At that time what happened? Near Calcutta, in the Bay of Bengal, the 7th Fleet of US Navy moved in. And how that was ended and all that is history. At that time at least, Soviet Union was there. The socialist camp was powerful and they could come to the help of India. The Soviet Union at that time came to the help of India and those challenges could be met. But today, Mr. Mr. Trump, the USA President, even before the government of India or government of Pakistan is saying something against the dispute that is going on or the attack that is going on, half an hour before that, the announcement comes from Trump that I have mediated and they will be having discussion in a third country, and all that comes from the US President. And not a word from the Prime Minister or others. Maybe even officer on record, went on record, that is all, that is false, that is not correct. What we have done is like this. All these details are known to all of you who are all leading cadres of the trade union movement. But what we should remember is every opportunity, how the family of the Foreign Affairs Secretary of the country is being criticized or attacked, and what all nonsense is happening. How such a senior IAS, IFS officer is being criticized, not only criticized, what type of trolling and all of this. His family also. How the officers. And today, day before yesterday, a military officer, army officer, a woman officer who was reporting to the country on behalf of the government of India and its armed forces, how she has been attacked. And today I just read the Supreme Court has said, already High Court has directed to file a case against that minister in Madhya Pradesh, and he continues to be a minister, and he has gone to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court will be hearing it within 2 days. But today, according to the news that was available just a few minutes ago, I could read that the Supreme Court was highly critical of the statement of the minister. At least that has come. So what I want to tell you is, today when we remember the great service and the life that was dedicated to the working people of the country, the birth centenary of comrade Monibose, it is the responsibility of all of us who are living today, all of us who are part of the Indian trade union movement, to carry forward this flag of working class resistance and defense, and carry forward the banner of the working class internationalism, carry forward the working class struggle of the class struggle. When I stand here, I remember the May 1970, 27th to 30th May. For the first time I visited Calcutta was for the formation of CITU. That was my first visit to this great city. I still remember what all happened in Lenin Nagar. We have more than 5,000 delegates from all over India. And the legacy that is of Comrade Monibose, that was what echoed there at that time. Both of them were living. They were there, guiding the Indian trade union movement. They were part of this, though they were not directly at that time part of that, not directly. And so today, comrade, let us pay homage to Comrade Monibose. Let us remember his sacrifice, and let us do what all we can do. And in the coming days are going to be the days of intensive struggle, and this evening the date of the strike will be confirmed. Because of these developments, the political developments, the defense-oriented developments between Pakistan and India, the warlike situation, there was an opinion that this strike day has to be further extended to few days, and the final decision will be taken today. And the 20th May strike, maybe, I can only say that maybe it is changed to a few days after 20th May. And so, coming days are the days of challenges, coming days are the days of struggle, further intensified class struggle in defense of the people, in defense of the working class. Let us carry forward the legacy of Comrade Monibose, and let BSNL Employees Union, I congratulate them, I greet them on the centenary day of their great leader, and on behalf of the CITU, Center of Indian Trade Unions, and its National Secretariat, I pay homage to Comrade Monibose and also convey my greetings to all of you who have assembled here for this centenary celebrations. Thank you, comrades.
Thank you, Comrade Padmanabhan.